Hi everyone, this is CTH with Libre Music Production, and in this little video we are going to go through how to set up Ardour, a new session in Ardour, how to record your instrument, how to record and use and draw and use basic MIDI, and also a bunch of other things that I will discover along the way. So what I have here is I have a guitar. Wait a second, let me just plug it in. Yay, you can hear that, that's a guitar. I have that plugged in straight to my sound card through my guitar multi-effect blah 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 whatever unit, some big metal box I have here on the floor that lets me do all kinds of fancy stuff. I also have a MIDI keyboard that I can't show you right now, but I have in front of me. And that is basically all that I have in terms of material for this video. I have a bunch of software and a bunch of plugins I will use, which will be listed in the video description. And yeah, that's it. We'll try and do something extremely simple here. I won't do any drums, I won't do anything like that. We're just going to draw some MIDI, we're going to try and record some MIDI, we're going to edit some MIDI, and then we're going to record a normal signal, so my guitar in this case. So we'll go right ahead here and start by setting up Ardour. So I've pressed new session, which you haven't seen, but let's just name this something. Fancy song, let's call it that. And here, shortly explaining, there's something called templates here, which I'm not going to use in this video, but that might be useful to know about. A template is basically a session that is predefined, so to speak. So, for instance, if you always make music and you have 10 tracks, or you usually start with adding 10 tracks and route them in a specific way, you can save that as a template and then always load that first, so you don't have to do that initial routing. Can be a good thing to keep in mind and to know about. So we'll go ahead here, and we've named this fancy song. We're putting it in our LMP folder, and we'll go ahead and press open, and this will open a new session for us. Yay, loaded. So right away you might notice something that's probably not present in your Ardour, depending on how you configured it. But it's this thing called the editor mixer, and then this thing called the editor list. I always have these exposed, and I use them quite a lot. If you want to expose them, you go to, let's see here, you go to view, and to show the editor mixer, you press show editor mixer. I'm going to hide it now so you can see what I mean. There we go, it's gone. I'll go ahead and enable it again. And then just under that, there's something called show editor list. I'll go ahead and disable that as well so you can see. So if you want to follow this exactly the way I did, it's a common tip for me, or rather it's a good tip to have these to enabled and visible. But okay, so we have loaded a new session, a completely blank new session. So what we want to do first is we want to set the tempo. And I haven't really thought about any specific tempo for this song, so we'll go ahead and put this at something. So in order to change the BPM of the song, you go up to tempo. This is in the far left corner of the editor. So for instance, if I scroll here, it's gone. So you'll need to go to the far left. If you don't see it, you'll go ahead and you'll right click here, you'll press edit, and you'll be presented with a dialog that lets you put the BPM for the song in. I'll go ahead and I'll put this at, I don't know, 93 or something, could be nice. And there's also something for, it's for the time signature of the track here. Now I never do anything other than 4x4, but if you want to edit the time signature, you do it here in edit meter.